Once you've created your listing on Amazon, you've got some really nice images, great SEO optimized titles and descriptions, and of course, some good A+ content design throughout the rest of your page, which means you barely even need to look at the page in order to understand what's so good about the product and why you should buy it. The last step involved in creating your listing into a conversion machine is going to be product reviews, right? Because I'm guessing none of you watching this video here at home buy products on Amazon that have no reviews, right? Because no one does that. So the first thing when it comes to getting some social proof for your product is going to be some reviews, right? And people aren't going to buy your product until you have some reviews. So you want to make sure that you get your first free reviews onto your Amazon product listing in order to get it selling, right? So by the way, guys, my name's Neil Mayani. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get some reviews onto your Amazon product listing really quickly and without busting a gut or getting your Amazon seller account suspended, right? Now, if you guys don't want to be taking notes during this process, click on the link below this video and you can download all of my notes for this process completely for free. So the first way of getting some reviews for your product is going to be by asking family and friends, right? Now, asking family and friends is a really good way of getting your first four reviews. However, of course, there is a limit to this, right? As I say, you can only get four reviews from family and friends. And also, you can't ask any family and friends who have the same surname as you or who've lived at the same address as you over the past 5 years, right? So for the most part, you can't ask your immediate families. You can't ask husbands, wives, mums, dads, brothers, sisters, probably most of the time. And what's more is they do need to have, been at a different address to you for the past 5 years, right? So it's better to ask people like cousins, in-laws, friends, colleagues, coworkers, anyone who you know that's not related to you or who doesn't have the same address as you, right? Now, when it comes to those family and friends, what you are going to do is just send them a link, right? In that link, all they're going to do is click on that link. That link will take them to their Amazon buying app, so their Amazon, your normal Amazon shopping app. When they click on that link, they're going to go straight to the Amazon shopping app, and that link will open them up to a review page for your product. Right? This is the link that you are going to want to send your friends and family to allow them to leave you a review. Right now, just to confirm, guys, you don't need to have your friends and family purchase your product first. They can leave this review without purchasing your product. It's going to be an unverified review, right? So that review is going to look just like this. Sorry, that link is going to look just like this. So that's https colon / www.amazon.co.uk / review / create dash review question mark ASIN equals. And after that equals, you're going to put in the child ASIN or the exact ASIN. Right. So for example, guys, if I was wanting to get a product review for this product here, I would make sure that I'm pasting in the child ASIN here, right? So you can find your child ASIN for your specific product in your item details, and you can see that is the ASIN, right? Make sure you are pasting in the child ASIN if there are variations, and you're not pasting in the parent ASIN, right? If you paste in the parent ASIN, it's not going to work. When you create this review link, you want to make sure that it is the child ASIN there, right? So as an example, I'd paste in my ASIN right there. And now I would send this complete link to all of my friends and family to get those first 4 or 5 reviews and to confirm they won't need to actually purchase the product first. They can leave an unverified review, right? Now, if you want to send them, a review link for a different product, you would simply get the ASIN number for that product and do the exact same thing. So let's find that for this one. So this is the ASIN number for the other variation of this product. So you would simply remove the other ASIN and paste in the correct ASIN, just like I've done here. And you're going to copy and paste this entire link and send it to your friends and family. And again, with this variation, they're going to be able to leave their reviews without buying the product, right? It'll be an unverified review. When it comes to actually getting the reviews for your product on Amazon, as I say, you're just going to be sending your friends and family this complete link, and your ASIN is going to be after this equal sign, right? Make sure there isn't a gap, and make sure that ASIN that you've put in there is the correct ASIN, and make sure it's not a parent ASIN and it's a child ASIN if you are getting reviews for a product with variations, right? Now, that method of getting reviews for your product, unverified reviews for your product, is going to work for around 4 or 5 times, right? However, what is not going to work is getting unverified reviews in really, really high volumes. However, that can be enough to get the ball rolling, right? So if your page is looking really, really nice with good images, great SEO optimized titles, descriptions, and bullet points, good A+ content in your page, once you add in 4 or 5 reviews, that can be more than enough to then start PPC and sending your product to Amazon FBA warehouses to really start your launch properly, right? However, if you have received, 1 or 2 bad reviews, or you just want to make sure you get a really good number of positive reviews for your product, what you can also do is use Amazon Vine reviews, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to use Amazon Vine reviews on a dummy account that I've got open here. So once you have gone to those three lines, advertising, and clicked on Vine, you're going to end up at a page like this, right? You may also need to read the information first and then click enroll your products in Vine, right? And that will then lead you to this page. So you may need to actually agree to the terms and conditions of Amazon Vine before you can see this page, right? Now, once you're here, what you are going to do in this right-hand corner is paste in your ASIN, and then you're going to click begin enrollment. Now, as you can see here, you can have the date made available to Amazon Vine reviews. Generally, it's best to click as soon as possible. And max of 30 reviews, it is definitely worth just putting 30 in here, right? Now, on this detail sheet here, it will show you how many reviews your product already has. However, you can still normally get 30 reviews, especially if the reviews that are already on the product are in the single digits, right? Now, something to note, guys, those 30 reviews are essentially going to be for 30 units taken from your Amazon FBA stock, and that is going to be sent for free to 30 customers on Amazon in the UK. And those customers are all going to give you reviews in return, right? So just so that you guys are aware, those 30 units that you give away are going to be free. However, they're going to be in return for a review, which is probably even more valuable than the profit that you make from making that sale, right? So definitely it is worth enrolling all 30 units into the Amazon Vine review program to get 30 reviews onto your product, right? Because we are literally going to take this product from 4 reviews up to 34 reviews using Amazon Vine, right? And that'll make a big, big difference to sales. It will mean that this product has, a lot more reputation and a lot more trust from customers who see this product on Amazon Marketplace as well, right? Now, the other thing to be aware of, guys, is those reviews are going to be honest, right? Unlike those family and friends who are going to leave you 5-star reviews, these Vine reviewers are going to leave honest reviews, right? Having said that, these people are getting that product for free, so they're likely to give good reviews. So, the chances are very, very good in your favor. However, if you are selling a product that is completely crap and it doesn't work and it falls apart upon opening the packaging, then you might expect some bad reviews, right? So before you've even gotten here, you do want to make sure that the product that you are offering on Amazon is a legitimately good product, something that is not going to fall apart when people use it, and something that's as described and has a good instruction manual as well, right? So going forwards, it's going to mean it's much, much easier for you to keep gaining good reviews and avoid negative reviews by making sure your product's actually good, making sure it's got a good instruction manual and it's well described and accurately described too, right? So you want to make sure all of those things are already in place before going for Amazon Vine reviews, right? Now, once you've gotten yourself here, what you're going to do is click enroll, and your product will then be enrolled in Amazon Vine, right? Simple as that. So, when it comes to getting a few reviews for your Amazon product, you don't have to use black hat tactics. You don't have to get tons and tons of fake reviews. You don't have to get fake purchases from people to leave fake reviews. You really just need to get your first 4 or 5 reviews from friends and family, just like you can see on this example listing here. And then once you've gotten those listing reviews, you are then going to get a few Amazon Vine reviews. Well, actually more than a few, 30 Amazon Vine reviews, right? That will really make your product stand out against the other new sellers for selling the exact same kind of product, right? Or selling similar kinds of products. So definitely make sure to use Amazon Vine reviews to get some more reviews when you get started, because it will make you less vulnerable to, having your rating destroyed by just 1 or 2 negative reviews, right? Having Amazon Vine reviews will make your rating a lot more stable going forwards because they can't be so negatively affected by 1 or 2 bad reviews, right? So definitely once you have passed the process of getting those first 4 or 5 reviews from family and friends and you've launched your product, that will be really, really good. Send your stock to Amazon FBA warehouses, start your PPC. That's totally fine. But going forwards, I highly recommend next get 30 Amazon Vine reviews as soon as you possibly can, because that will protect your rating, right? So guys, on that note, if you're doing private label, whatever you sell, make sure to buy a really small amount first in order to avoid losing money if it doesn't go well, right? You're not going to make money on that small batch first because that's not the point. You want to make sure they actually sell before buying bigger volumes. And just like you can see here, you want to make sure they actually get some reasonably good reviews as well before buying bigger volumes, right? If you can't sell 20 or 30 units, how in the hell are you going to sell 1,000, right? There are some people who say that Amazon private label doesn't work and it's old, but the market continues to grow every single year. And while more sellers do join, 99.9% of them fail because most of them are selling the exact same kinds of obvious products, right? Things like iPhone charging cables, smartphone cases, yoga mats, water bottles, reed diffusers, selfie sticks. Stop me if I list anything that you've actually thought of yourself, right? This has been amazingly successful for myself, my students, and clients because we look for products that are in demand on Amazon and sell those exact same kinds of products in a way that simply looks a little bit different, right? That is where the money is. Those unique ideas that most people are simply overlooking. And the best bit is, if you set things up correctly to begin with, it's so fast to maintain. It's like your very own personal mining machine. So if you want some free tips I've learned over the last 10 years and selling millions of pounds of products on Amazon, just click on the link below to learn more completely for free. right? So if you do have any questions at all or get stuck with anything or something doesn't make sense, just simply reply to those notes that I've emailed you and I'll be able to get back to you and help you with whatever you need. The exact same thing goes for those free tips. So click on that link and get my notes to this process and reply to either of those and I can clarify anything that you need. So guys, that is absolutely everything today. As I say, it's pretty much a step-by-step guide on how to get your first decent number of reviews for your new Amazon private label product without getting suspended and without spending a lot of money. Right? Of course, there is a lot more to it than that. And as I promised, there will be a lot more videos to come to help break down the entire Amazon private label launch process for you to understand it more easily in detail. So if you did like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss out on those free guides. So you don't just save more money getting started selling on Amazon, but you also learn to make more money selling on Amazon too. If you do have any comments, suggestions, or anything like that, please drop them down below. I'll be replying to all of those too. I hope this has been really, really useful for you guys today. Reply to my notes or guys if you do get stuck. Thank you so much for watching today. Happy selling, and I'll see you in the jungle.